an army born from revolution, was thrown into an industrial battlefield overnight. Facing modern firepower with limited resources, China fought with a mix of old rifles, captured arms, and Soviet support. These were the weapons that carried the People's Volunteer Army through the Korean War. Hanyang 88 rifle, 1888/Chinese production, 1895 plus. The Hanyang 88 was one of the oldest rifles still seeing frontline use during the Korean War. It was a Chinese-produced version of the German Gewehr 88, firing the 7.92x57 mm Mauser cartridge. It offered solid range and stopping power. Despite its age, millions remained in service due to shortages. It symbolized China's reliance on legacy weapons from earlier conflicts. Many soldiers entered Korea armed with this outdated but familiar rifle. Its long length made it awkward in close combat. However, it was rugged and dependable. Training and logistics favored weapons already well known. The Hanyang 88 bridged China's past wars with a modern battlefield. Type 24 Chiang Kai-shek rifle, 1935. The Type 24 was China's most modern domestically produced bolt-action rifle at the time. It was based on the German Mauser system. Chambered in 7.92x57 mm, it matched many UN rifles in range and accuracy. It fed from a 5-round internal magazine. The rifle was reliable in cold Korean winters. Many elite and regular units carried it into combat. Production quality varied due to wartime conditions. It represented China's best pre-1949 infantry rifle. Still, numbers were insufficient for full re-equipment. It remained a key frontline weapon throughout the war. Mosin-Nagant M, 1891-1930. Supplied by the Soviet Union, the Mosin-Nagant became widespread in Chinese service. It fired the powerful 7.62x54 mm R cartridge. The rifle was accurate at long range and extremely durable. It performed well in harsh weather and rough handling. Many soldiers preferred it over older Chinese rifles. A 5-round internal magazine limited sustained fire. Its long barrel favored open terrain engagements. Logistics were simplified through Soviet ammunition supply. It became a backbone rifle of the People's Volunteer Army. The Mosin symbolized deepening Sino-Soviet cooperation. PPSH-41 submachine gun, 1941. The PPSH-41 transformed Chinese infantry firepower at close range. It fired 7.62x25 mm Tokayev ammunition. High rate of fire made it deadly in assaults and night attacks. Drum magazines allowed massive short-range fire output. It was ideal for trench and urban fighting in Korea. Cold weather reliability was excellent. Ammunition consumption was extremely high. Many assault units relied heavily on it. It complemented mass infantry tactics. The PPSH became one of the most feared Chinese weapons of the war. Type 50 submachine gun, 1950. The Type 50 was a Chinese copy of the PPSH-41. It entered service during the Korean War itself. Performance closely matched the original Soviet design. It simplified domestic production and supply. Units equipped with it gained strong close-quarters capability. Build quality varied early on. It reinforced China's shift towards standardized small arms. The weapon excelled in ambush tactics. It symbolized China's first steps toward weapons self-sufficiency. The Type 50 marked a turning point in PLA armament. DP-28 light machine gun, 1928. The DP-28 provided squad-level automatic fire. It fired the same 7.62x54 mm R round as the Mosin-Nagant. Its pan magazine held 47 rounds. The weapon was simple, reliable, and easy to maintain. It supported infantry advances and defensive positions. Cold weather rarely stopped it. Reloading was slower compared to belt-fed guns. Still, it offered critical suppressive fire. It was widely used by Chinese forces. The DP-28 greatly increased infantry firepower. Type 50 light machine gun, 1950. The Type 50 was a Chinese-produced copy of the DP-28. It entered service during the Korean War. It shared ammunition with Soviet rifles. Domestic production reduced reliance on imports. Its battlefield role mirrored the DP-28 exactly. Reliability remained strong despite early manufacturing limits. It strengthened unit-level fire support. Chinese industry gained valuable experience producing machine guns. The Type 50 helped standardize infantry equipment. It marked rapid wartime industrial adaptation. 82 mortar, Soviet M1937 pattern mortars were critical to Chinese battlefield tactics. The 82 mortar provided indirect fire support. It was portable and effective in mountainous terrain. High explosive rounds disrupted enemy positions. Mortars compensated for limited artillery numbers. They were heavily used in night attacks. Crews could deploy and relocate quickly. Accuracy improved with experience. Soviet supply ensured steady ammunition flow. Mortars became one of China's most important weapons. Maxim M1910 heavy machine gun, the Maxim offered sustained defensive firepower. It fired the 7.62x54 mmR cartridge. Water cooling allowed long firing periods. It was heavy and difficult to move. Best suited for defensive positions, it dominated valleys and approach routes. Crews required training and coordination. Despite its age, it remained effective. Chinese forces used it to anchor defenses. The Maxim reflected reliance on proven older systems. 76 Mzai S3 field gun, 1942. The Zai S3 gave Chinese forces true artillery support. It served as both field gun and anti-tank weapon, highly mobile and reliable. Soviet crews helped train Chinese operators. It supported infantry assaults and defenses. Effective against UN fortifications. Limited numbers reduced its overall impact. Still, it added depth to Chinese firepower. Artillery coordination improved over time. The Zai S3 marked China's entry into modern, combined arms warfare.